What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report. The news cycle is absolutely on fire, and we've got some unmissable updates that you need to know. From legendary athlete insights to major sports showdowns, we're diving deep into the stories that are dominating the conversation. Get ready for a rapid-fire rundown of the biggest headlines making waves right now. We're talking about historical team dynamics, player-driven game evolution, and even some heated debates about who could handle the league's toughest players. Plus, we've got the inside scoop on a massive celebrity showdown that's got everyone talking. You don't want to miss a second of this. Stick around as we break it all down. We're kicking things off with a bombshell from the Lakers' inner circle. A former staffer is dropping serious truth bombs about one of the most dominant dynasties in basketball history, suggesting they could have achieved even more legendary status. What went wrong, and what could have been? Then, we're going straight to the source, with Kobe Bryant himself revealing how a stronger supporting cast transformed his game and his understanding of basketball. Discover the hidden benefits of a balanced team through the eyes of a legend. And speaking of legends, prepare for a fascinating debate as European basketball stars weigh in on the impossible. Who could actually guard the unstoppable Nikola Jokic? Finally, we're shifting gears to the squared circle as a major NBA icon accepts a celebrity boxing challenge and a Hall of Fame fighter is ready to step in as referee. Get the lowdown on this epic potential showdown. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Unbelievable claim. Lakers dynasty left championships on the table. Prepare yourself for a revelation that might just change how you view one of the most dominant eras in basketball history. A former longtime Lakers trainer has boldly asserted that the iconic team featuring Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, under the guidance of Phil Jackson, didn't just win championships. They squandered an opportunity for even greater glory. This insider perspective suggests that the Lakers dynasty, which captured 3 consecutive NBA titles from 2000 to 2002 and added 2 more in 2009 and 2010 with a different core, could have potentially amassed an astonishing 10 championships. The trainer, Gary Vitti, who was a fixture during those championship runs, expressed deep regret on a podcast, lamenting the breakdown in team chemistry. He used the analogy of a family, stating that while arguments are natural, the Lakers stopped loving each other. This led to factions forming, players choosing sides, and ultimately, the fracturing of a team that seemed invincible. Vitti candidly admitted his own guilt in this dynamic, suggesting that even during times of injury, like Shaq's, players should have found ways to push through together rather than allowing personal issues to derail their collective success. The narrative often focuses on the individual brilliance of Kobe and Shaq and the inevitable friction that arose between them, particularly regarding Kobe's perceived frustration with Shaq's fitness and Shaq's own injury struggles. However, Vitti's comments highlight a broader issue of team cohesion and the emotional toll that internal strife can take on even the most talented rosters. He emphasized that the blame shouldn't solely rest on the shoulders of the superstar duo, but on everyone involved, players, coaches, and even fans who, in his view, contributed to the divisive atmosphere. The implication is that with better internal management of relationships and a shared commitment to overcoming adversity as a unit, the Lakers could have extended their reign of dominance significantly. Considering that both O'Neal and Bryant continue to win championships separately after their time together, O'Neal with the Miami Heat in 2006 and Bryant with the Lakers in 2009 and 2010, Vitti's claim that they left potentially 7 more titles on the table due to interpersonal issues is a staggering thought. It forces a reevaluation of what truly separates a great team from an all-time dynasty and the critical role that chemistry plays beyond sheer talent. Audience impact. Fans are buzzing with this revelation, debating whether the Lakers truly missed out on such a vast number of titles and discussing the impact of team chemistry on historical success. But what did Kobe Bryant himself say about how a stronger team elevated his own game? Get ready for the next incredible story. Kobe Bryant, how a better team unlocked his ultimate game. Discover a fascinating perspective from the late, great Kobe Bryant on the evolution of his game, directly linking his personal growth as a player to the strengthening of his Los Angeles Lakers team. In a 2009 interview, Bryant candidly shared how the influx of talent and improved team dynamics allowed him to explore and refine aspects of his game that were previously secondary to the sheer necessity of carrying the team. He explained that with better players around him, such as Derek Fisher's return and Andrew Bynum's development, and crucially, the acquisition of Pau Gasol, the pressure to single-handedly score was alleviated. This shift enabled Bryant to think more strategically about the game, focusing on playmaking, leadership, and exploiting matchups rather than constantly needing to be the primary offensive engine. Bryant articulated that his teammates' improved skill levels and commitment allowed him to step back and assess opportunities to elevate everyone, including himself. He famously stated, "It's all leadership, how I get the best out of these guys, how I make these guys better. Because them better makes me better." This philosophy underscores Bryant's understanding that true greatness isn't just about individual scoring prowess, but about maximizing the potential of the entire team. He recalled earlier seasons where the Lakers' roster was so thin that his only option was to score prolifically, often averaging over 30 points per game, while the second leading scorer lagged significantly behind. In those instances, the team's success was almost entirely dependent on his individual offensive output. The acquisition of Gasol, in particular, is highlighted as a pivotal moment, transforming the Lakers into immediate contenders and allowing Bryant to operate with a more balanced approach. This newfound equilibrium allowed him to develop his playmaking abilities and leadership, making him a more complete player. Bryant's comments reveal a deep appreciation for the collaborative nature of basketball and how surrounding oneself with talent not only eases the burden, but also provides the platform for exponential personal development. It's a testament to his intelligence and his dedication to continuous improvement, recognizing that a strong supporting cast doesn't diminish individual achievement, but rather amplifies it, leading to greater team success and a more profound understanding of the game. Audience impact. Fans are reflecting on Kobe's basketball IQ and how his perspective on teamwork contrasts with the hero ball narrative often associated with dominant scorers. From analyzing legendary teams to debating who could guard an unstoppable force, we're heading into a fascinating European basketball discussion. Get ready for the next incredible story. The impossible debate, Eurobasket stars on guarding Jokic. Imagine the scene. A group of talented professional basketball players, gathered for Eurobasket, are tasked with an almost impossible question. Who among basketball's storied defensive legends could actually contain the seemingly unstoppable Nikola Jokic? The consensus among players like Sadie Osman, Omer Ewitsevin, Shane Larkin, Anyar Altbidim, Kenan Sapahi, Furkan Korkmaz, and Trevant Williams is clear. It's an incredibly tough challenge, and no one can guard him, that's for sure, according to Osman. Yet the debate sparks some fascinating, albeit speculative, choices. Sadie Osman initially struggles but leans towards Dikembe Mutombo, acknowledging that Jokic will always get his points, so the goal is merely to make his life difficult. Shane Larkin, after conferring with Trevant Williams, suggests a prime Dwight Howard, a choice Williams agrees with, also throwing in Shaquille O'Neal or Mutombo as possibilities, ultimately admitting that perhaps the best defense is Jokic being unwell on game day. Furkan Korkmaz offers a wildcard pick, Dennis Rodman, predicting a real battle between the two. Omer Ewitsevin, independently of Korkmaz, also favors Rodman, citing his smaller stature combined with strength, aggressive defensive style, and recovery speed. Ewitsevin believes Rodman's sole role would be to guard Jokic, even suggesting he could handle rebounding duties. Anyar Altbidim throws in Wilt Chamberlain as his choice, envisioning a battle of titans. Kenan Sapahi concludes the discussion with a pragmatic, yet somewhat resigned view. Honestly, no one. He muses about Arvidas Sabonis SR, but admits it's hard to picture anyone truly stopping the Serbian superstar. This collective introspection highlights Jokic's unique offensive dominance, which blends exceptional scoring, passing, and rebounding from the center position. The players' choices reflect a mix of sheer physical presence, Shaq, Wilt, Dwight, defensive tenacity and unconventional tactics, Rodman, and pure shot-blocking ability, Mutombo. It's a testament to Jokic's all-around game that the conversation quickly devolves into acknowledging his unique challenge and the need for a multifaceted, perhaps even unprecedented, defensive approach. The difficulty in naming a definitive stopper underscores why Jokic has become such a dominant and celebrated figure in the modern NBA, consistently overcoming even the best defensive schemes. Audience impact. Basketball fans are actively engaging in this debate, sharing their own picks for who could guard Jokic and marveling at his offensive prowess. Now, let's shift from the court to the boxing ring, where a familiar NBA giant is stepping into a new arena. Get ready for the next incredible story. Shaq steps into the ring, celebrity boxing match announced, Roy Jones Jr., eyed as referee. Get ready for a heavyweight collision outside the basketball court. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal has officially accepted a challenge for a celebrity boxing match, sending shockwaves through the sports world. The announcement came via social media, revealing a personal vendetta at its core. The opponent is Charlie Mack Alston, a former bodyguard to Will Smith, who allegedly chopped a young Shaq in the neck at a celebrity event when Shaq was just 13 years old. Mack Alston has now reached out to O'Neal through Celebrity Boxing, a promotional group run by Damon Feldman, proposing a super heavyweight bout. Shaq, who famously played at over 300 pounds during his prime, has a history with combat sports, having previously trained in mixed martial arts and participated in exhibition boxing matches against former world champions Oscar de la Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley. In a response video, Shaq humorously addressed Alston, stating, "You did chop in my neck, Charlie Mack, that's why I talk so funny, payback time." Adding star power to this potential spectacle, Hall of Fame boxer Roy Jones Jr. has expressed his willingness to serve as the referee for the match. O'Neal, now 53, has had past boxing experiences that he's spoken about candidly. He participated in a 5-round exhibition on the reality show Shaq vs. against Oscar de la Hoya in 2009. While Shaq claimed he held back against de la Hoya because they were friends, he admitted to being less charitable in a similar exhibition against Sugar Shane Mosley. O'Neal's legendary NBA career spanned nearly 2 decades, from 1992 to 2011, most notably with the Los Angeles Lakers, where he formed a dominant three-peat partnership with Kobe Bryant. He secured 4 NBA championships in total. This upcoming celebrity boxing match taps into Shaq's larger-than-life persona and his comfort with the entertainment side of sports. The personal history with his challenger and the potential involvement of a boxing legend like Roy Jones Jr. as referee only amplify the intrigue. It promises to be an event filled with personality, history, and, undoubtedly, a significant amount of showmanship, as Shaq looks to settle an old score in the most dramatic way possible. Audience impact. Fans are excited about the prospect of seeing Shaq in a boxing ring, speculating about the fight's outcome and the referee's role, while also reminiscing about Shaq's past combat sports appearances. And that's a wrap on our top stories for today. Time for a quick recap and your essential call to action. And that's a wrap on our top stories for today. Time for a quick recap and your essential call to action.